Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. My name is Nur Auni binti Adam and my matrix number is AE180055. So today I would like to present my FYP, which is final year project 1, and my title is Development of Mobile Sanitizing Robot in Operation Room. So next is name of supervisor and panel. So my supervisor name is Professor Madria Dr. Rosli bin Omar, and my panel name is TS Muhammad Fauzi bin Zakaria, and the second one is Dr. Muhammad Hafiz bin A. Jalil Elias Zainuddin. So next is the agenda that I want to do in the presentation. So first I will explain the introduction. Next is purpose statement, objective and scope, methodology, initial result and conclusion. So this is the introduction. So my idea in final year project is to develop a mobile sanitizing robot to overcome the issues as a result of COVID-19. And this robot will be used to sanitize the medical equipment in hospital regularly during and after every operation. Thus, burden of the nurses and doctors could be reduced. Besides that, there are some cases that patients to be operated are found positive COVID-19. So the frontliners have to constantly sanitize and sterilize the equipment. With the existence of mobile sanitizing robot, the risk of COVID-19 infection could be reduced. So next is the problem statement. So the problem statement is about the limited availability of manpower are allowed to be in the room, and it may distract their construction on the operation if we use the liquid sanitizer, and the patient might not be properly operated, and it could increase the operation efficiency and reduce the chance of getting an unexpected incident during the operation if we use the mobile robot sanitizing. Next is the objective of project. So we have a three, which is first to identify the features and function of mobile sanitizing robot in operation room. Second one is to develop a mobile sanitizing robot to be used in operation room, and the last one is to evaluate the efficiency of mobile sanitizing robot. So next is the project scope. So project scope, we have two modes, which is manual and the automatic. So in manual mode, the robot could be operated through smartphone via Bluetooth. Besides, UV LED will only activate when the robot moves. In autonomous operation mode, the robot will detect obstacles and avoid them. UV LED will always on in this mode. So the robot will power source comes from a 3.7 volt battery, and IR module sensor, and it uses IR module sensor Arduino Mega 2560 as microcontroller, and HC05 Bluetooth module, and L293D dual hash bridge motor driver, and slide switch will be applied in this robot. Schematic diagram for this robot will be designed by using Proteus and Arduino software. The simulation movement of the robot will be simulated on MATLAB simulating software. The design of mobile sanitizing robot will be drawn by using SolidWorks software. The current and voltage from the output of sensor will be monitored and recorded with Arduino HC05 Bluetooth module. Arduino will be used as the microcontroller, and HC05 Bluetooth module will be used as a communication system. So next is the methodology. We have a 3-block diagram, which is, so as you can see at here, microcontroller as the brain of the robot, which is microcontroller that we use is Arduino Mega 2560, and it will go to the motor driver. So motor driver that we use is L293D motor driver, and it will go to motor. Then also microcontroller will be go to the relay switch and go to inverter, and the inverter will be activate the UV LED. Next is when the battery is go to inverter, and voltage regulator will be go to microcontroller, and receiver will be go to microcontroller. Also the battery will be go to battery monitor. So this is for the block diagram. Next is the manual operation mode. So manual operation mode, we have a control via smartphone, and the robot will be moved, and UV LED will be activated, and robot move in autonomous, and then we'll detect the obstacles, so the sensor will be high, and then the UV LED will be on. So next is the robot design development. So first we can do is install the SolidWorks software, and then we do the sketch on A4 paper and construct in SolidWorks, and then we adding the animation using SolidWorks, and then if not success, we will do back the adding the animation. But if the success, we will be compiled in one folder. So at here you can see the my sketch on the A4 paper. So next is the system development. So system development will be start with the UV LED activate, and then the UV LED will be activated. We go to the remote control via smartphone, and when we control in the remote control via smartphone, the mobile robot will be detect whether there has an obstacle or not. So if there has an obstacle, the IR sensor will be high, and then the robot will be avoid the obstacle, and if no, the robot will continue move and the robot will be sanitize the room. HC05 Bluetooth module is used as communication device between the sanitizing robot and the smartphone, and apps will be built and could be downloaded in Google Play or App Store. So next is the initial result of project. So as you can see at here, this is the design when we do in the SolidWorks, and we have a UV LED. The UV LED is the violet one, and this one is the IR sensor, and this is the wheel. So this is we can see the animation that have been done. So we play it. So I do the animation for move towards. So next is the feature and function, which is our first objective. So why we use Arduino Mega 2560? It is because it has 54 digital input or output pins, which 14 can be used as PWM outputs and 16 analog inputs for your art hardware serial ports, a 16 MHz crystal oscillator, a USB connection, a power jack, and a CSP header, and a reset button. Next is the UV LED. UV LED is used to sanitize the operation room, and rack at the top for placing the equipment of the operation, and two tires in it can rotate 0 degree and 360 degrees. Two roller, it is for balance the ground of robot due to two wheels, and IR sensor module detects infrared radiation to sense its surrounding, and has C05 Bluetooth module use Bluetooth SPP. The function is running two DC motors at the same time. Also, the direction of motors can be controlled independently as bridge, and it was 3.7 volt lithium ion battery. It is for rechargeable, thus it can charge with 4056 charging, and the caster wheel will be used for smooth movement, and N20 metal gear motor. It is small and have sufficient torque. So next is the software development coding in Arduino IDE. So in this we do the this is for the achieving the second objective of the project, which is to develop the mobile sanitizing robot using Arduino microcontroller. The software used is Arduino IDE, which will be used to compile the coding in order to control the movement of mobile sanitizing robot. The code consists 3 different parts, which are reading the sensor output, switching, and driving the motors. The sensor output is the HC05 Bluetooth module as receiver, and IR sensor module. So next, this is the digital read function. So each line of code is constructed in understandable language. Therefore, to read the outputs of IR sensor module, the common digital read function is used as depicted in picture above. This is to help to fulfill the obstacle avoidance feature. In addition, to give instruction with different condition if function is used. For example, if the output of left, front, and right is high, which means there are no obstacles, the robots will continue to move straight. On the other hand, the robot will turn right if the output of left is low and front and right is high, which means obstacle in the left side. So for the serial read function, as you can see at here, serial read command as shown in figure above is used to read serial data for the case of Bluetooth control. Thus, data of specific button tap as serial data can be sent through app with short form like F for forward and L for left. In another hand, pin 12 is connected to the switch and is using while function to switch the two modes. This is part of the switching code. So next is the different condition in motor driving. So the robot will be in manual mode when the pin is high, but when the pin is low, the robot will enter the autonomous or line following mode. Finally, is to drive the motors depending on the different condition. Figures show the different condition in the motor driving. So we will do the summarize on my project. So the conclusion is, based on the design of the sanitizing robot, the sanitizing robot can sanitize the area of operation room and place the equipment that used in operation. Therefore, it can reduce the movement of nurse and doctors, so the incident like falling down on the floor because of the rush movement could be avoided. In addition, this sanitizing robot is used UVC LED to sanitize the operation room. The UVC LED is chosen due to an innovative from sprinter of sanitize. If the sprinter is used for sanitize, it may lead the other incident during the operation. That's all for me. Thank you.